Welcome to the PSNORKIS podcast, a show with real topics discussed by real people with real opinions and tempered with a real sense of humour. Now here are your two PSNORKISers. Or is it PSNORKI? Screw it. Here are your hosts, Dr. Mike and the Madman.
Oh, a microphony. And a phony at the mic. Wow.
Greetings, my fellow PSNORKI. 'Tis I, the Madman, and yes, we are back, and it's time to fall once again down the PSNORKIS rabbit hole. It's time for another episode of the PSNORKIS podcast. Now in 13 countries, I'm told. It gets better and better all the time. Welcome to you guys. Glad you guys are listening. Glad you guys are having fun. That's why we're doing this. And it just seems to be growing even more than I thought it was going to, but like I said, I don't do it alone. Next to me, of course, is my partner, Dr. Mike. Hey, Doc.
Hey, man.
That was on me. It's been a couple of weeks since we were in the studio. I'm not pushing buttons as fast as I usually do.
That's all right. It all comes with age.
And
you're in that rabbit hole. That's why.
That's right.
That's not a bad hole to be in.
It depends on the rabbit.
Yeah.
Some are bigger and meaner than others.
True. I agree.
But we're not going to go down my list of X's right now. We'll do that another time. Speaking of which, my wife and producer is giving me the eye right across from me. And Miss Petey. Hello, honey.
Hello, PSNORKIS.
Hey, Petey.
Hi, everybody.
And we got Miss Kitty again.
Hello, my darlings.
This week we got the Rebel back. She had time to join us.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Greetings and salutations, everybody. It is good to be back. It is good to be home.
Here.
It is home, isn't it?
It's good to be home.
Yeah, it is good to be home.
Everyone's back.
Yep.
I like that.
Well, the only one we're missing is Rocket right now, but
She'll be back.
she'll be back too.
Family stuff first.
That's right. Family stuff first.
13 countries, man. What do you think of that?
Right. I thought that when you told me that, I couldn't believe it.
That means there's a group of us in 13
Seems like just
different
last
countries.
week it was 12. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, last I heard, I think it was 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that. Boom.
I know, that's cool.
Shout out to
That's
Germany.
really cool.
With a big shout out to Germany.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, Germany, where we have the most amount of listeners.
Well.
We love you, Germany.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of cool, isn't it? It's not even here at home. It's abroad that has the most listeners.
Yeah.
Well, that's because sometimes I say stuff that kind of pisses off the people back home here.
Yeah.
Because I have opinions.
Well, it's
We're
winter
allowed
time.
to do that according to our Constitution. I mean, while we still have a Constitution.
It's winter time and there's snowflakes out there. That's the way it is. Just saying. Rebel, welcome back.
Oh, it is good to be back. I am truly delighted. I really am.
Way to
I
go
have missed
steering
this.
that conversation.
I had to get that
Doc.
right
That
out
was
of there.
awesome. Thank you.
So, Rebel, what's new in the world?
Oh, I have a lot of new things, and most of which I'm excited to share with not only you guys, my fellow PSNORKI, but also with our listeners, both at home and abroad.
I love abroad. Just saying.
We've heard that about you.
Yeah. You and your love of rabbit holes and broads.
Wow. We'll let that get around. Jeez. Miss Kitty, what's happening?
Not much. I'm here.
Yeah. Like that. No, we're all back together. Look,
Yeah.
Almost all.
Yeah.
Almost all. Everyone's traveling. Everyone's doing some stuff.
Yeah, well, last week, Petey and I, we were down in Florida, down at Universal
Live from-
for vacation.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were there from Thanksgiving on to last week, so.
Yeah.
It was a great vacation.
Yep.
Now
And
we
we
running
tried-
Camp Kitty.
Yep.
Yes. They had a great time, too. They didn't want to come home.
They're heavier than
They've lost 2 pounds since they've been back.
Nice.
And we tried something different while we were down there. You know, we tried
Hey.
to
Swinging?
do a show. No. Oh my God. Where the
No.
hell did that come from?
There's something new. Oh, that's not new.
Kidding
Sorry.
me. I was talking about we tried to broadcast or tape a show down there.
That's right.
Well, broadcast really isn't
Abroad.
the proper way to say it because
Different
we're
rabbit
not
holes.
broadcasting. We're taping a show and then running it. So technically, it's not really a broadcast. But
Some people call it swinging.
oh my God!
Just saying. No,
Wow.
Do you have anything to share with the podcast today?
I do not.
Doctor?
Obviously.
Because
do
I
not.
feel like this has come up a couple times. I'm wondering if maybe you have questions or an
he
experience,
Or a
said
new
he tried
girlfriend.
Something new.
a safe word,
Or,
something.
or a new girlfriend. He's got
PSNORKIS,
one or
that's
the
my
other.
safe word. PSNORKIS.
Well, Snorkis may be a safe word, but it sure as hell isn't a safe space. So
It's definitely
Amen.
not.
if you're easily offended,
No, get out.
you
Wrong
might
place.
you might want to go back to your podcast list and pick something.
We will hurt all 5 of your senses and every feeling you have, and even some you didn't know you had.
Yeah, you got that right.
I thought it was 14 senses.
Is it? I thought it was 5 senses. Taste,
No,
touch,
it's
smell.
14 genders now we're up to, or something like that. That's different.
Too soon. Too soon.
Well, I've decided to change my gender identity. I now identify as an attack helicopter.
What color though?
Blue.
Okay. All right. Just wondered. Blue attack.
Blue attack
I
helicopter.
think all cat products should be hot pink and, have a picture of me on front of it.
There you go.
Okay.
What are you identifying as these days, Madman?
I have enough trouble with my own identity.
Yeah.
I don't have time
Fair
to
enough.
pretend to
With
be
his background
something
in
else.
theater, he's had so many different identities.
Yeah.
Let's let him just
Oh,
pick one.
that's
Playground.
true, yeah.
Full playground. Okay.
Well, we were wizards not too long ago, so
That
there you
is
go.
true. Yeah, we were wizards. We were down there for Harry Potter, so we had the robes and the wands. I was walking around with my wand hanging out, but down there, down there, you're
It wasn't
allowed to.
swinging,
Nude
but it
beach.
wasn't swinging.
Oh, a little
At
bit
my,
maybe.
At my age, it doesn't swing much anymore. It just kind of hangs there. But
He uses the same spell, Lemgarda Leviosa.
and it's
No, it's
Wingardium
Wingardium Leviosa.
not
Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Did you say Limgardo? What did you say?
In my case, yeah, but again,
Sorry, baby. I've got bad hearing.
You have a lot of bad things.
Yeah,
What's going
yeah,
on
right?
with you?
I don't have 50 Shades
Do you
of
need
bad things.
Do you need a different doctor?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Petey, how do you deal with him on vacation? How do you, is he
I
a
ignore
wild?
him sometimes.
Is he a wild man?
He is always a wild man.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Madman.
Yeah.
He lives up to the name.
Is he frothing at the mouth?
He was frothing in one photo.
That's rabies.
oh, that was a picture. That was a picture they took of me brushing my teeth.
A likely story. I don't know. As somebody who is, definitely rabid or been rabid at several parts of my life, that seems a little suspicious.
Oh, that's scary. That's scary.
I'll tell you what, though, for Florida, the weather was cool.
Yes,
It was like it got down into the 40s.
What?
The one
Yeah, it
day,
really did.
but it was primarily
About 65 to 70,
70,
would
yeah.
have been the high.
yeah.
I could deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
it was
really
great.
nice, to be honest.
You could tell the people that lived down there and worked down there because they
Like the
had
winter
coats
Freaked
on.
out. Yep.
We're walking around, the trustee goes, "Oh my God, aren't you cold?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from up north. We're good, thanks."
I'm from up north.
I had a similar experience down in Raleigh. It was like the high was 50, and then it would get as low as like 32, and people were wearing like full-bodied winter coats, and I'm just looking at them like, you're weak. Your bloodline's weak. Winter is
His
coming.
guys took him out. Right
Don't
away.
breed.
Yeah. Don't breed.
We have enough. We're good. We don't need any more people.
Here. I mean, she makes a valid point.
Oh, she does.
She does.
Have you ever seen the type of people that go to Walmart?
Oh
Yes.
my God.
We're good.
What is your issue with that?
We're good.
All right.
We're all
I
done.
can't go in there. You
You're not allowed to go
You're
in there.
making it very difficult to be sponsored by Walmart. I'm just saying.
We don't need to be
Which
sponsored by
fortunately we're
Walmart.
not, so it's not a
Yeah.
problem.
We can be sponsored by ShopRite, a store where people go to shop and wear pants.
Or at least appropriate clothing.
If I see one more woman wearing Cookie Monster pajama pants reeking of Newports, I'm going to lose it.
I know, right?
Poor Newport.
And wearing slippers.
There goes another sponsor.
I was
I
thinking,
like Newport. Newport. See, the thing is, though, is I always thought I hated the way Newport smelled because sometimes they're smoked very frequently by people who are unfamiliar with or possibly afraid of showering.
That's true.
It took me a long time to realize
She
you
smokes
smoke
those.
It took me a long time to realize
She
you
showers.
smoke Newports because you don't smell like the people that I was used to.
No, and
Yeah.
if you have 5 or 6 days of wrench on you, Newport does not make it any
No,
better.
it definitely does
I
not.
prefer, smoking a pine tree, and I'm happy to do that, and it's very relaxing. I, however, can't deal with the people in Walmart because
Poor Walmart.
I'm just sorry.
I've almost gotten into fights in so many Walmarts because
understand.
even before the pandemic, people do not understand the concept of personal space and
Or personal
do not.
hygiene
personal,
sometimes.
yeah, the personal hygiene I already touched on. I was moving on to a
they
different topic,
rude?
the personal space.
Yeah.
So my problem is that my height, I tower over most of the population,
Yes.
and it's far too easy for me to accidentally elbow people in the head, which I do with frequency. I'm a fan of personal space. I'm not allowed to bite anymore due to familial agreements and
You're
tar and
not-
feathering.
You don't know what they have. Don't bite.
It's hard to bring
Especially the
tar
people
everywhere.
at Walmart, because not all of them have had their shots.
No, they
But an
have
elbow
not.
to the head is a good idea. I
Well,
like it.
I
That's like
stretch
boot to
and
the
I
head.
have a
I like
lot
that
of,
too.
you know,
Boot
back
to the head.
problems and stretching and shoulder
Absolutely.
issues. And if they were 6 feet away from me like they're supposed to be, they wouldn't get hurt.
That's
So
right.
really, this isn't my fault, and I'm not to blame at all, nor will I accept any blame.
Exactly.
She
That's my
paints
girl.
the picture of the perfect wife, right? So like
Right.
you could see her happily married with somebody standing 6 feet away from her.
What kind of drugs are you on?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are they
No-
available for commercial sale?
No marriage in the future?
Oh no, I'm not.
No.
I'm not at any point interested in being domesticated. I enjoy being feral too much.
I understand.
Feral, that is a good
Yeah.
term for you, actually.
I am a feral rebel.
All right.
There's nothing wrong with being feral.
No.
Oh, I didn't say there was. I just.
She's housebroken.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
and I'm wearing pants. Look,
Yeah,
jeans.
that-
Oh, real
That's
pants.
more than I got. So
yeah.
But you have a dress on.
I have a nice skirt
Yes,
on.
you do. You look very nice.
I came from work, so
Nice. Oh, are we boring you? I don't know.
Wake up. Wake
here.
up, Edmund.
I'm letting you guys. I'm letting you guys do this. I got nothing. I got nothing.
All right. Well, Petey, what do we got?
I have some history.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's do
yes.
that.
Love
Let's get
So,
into it.
This week is December 11th to the 18th. And in 1620, the Pilgrims came ashore at Plymouth Bay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. It's frequently called Plymouth Rock, but
Oh, yeah. Okay. So they waited a whole year and then
Yeah,
it was
like,
Thanksgiving, right?
who would come in December?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
That's
Well,
Sam
they're
does.
English.
Hey,
Ho Ho does.
who does?
Oh, that's yes. Ho,
Did you
ho.
guys see that new sexy Santa commercial? We got to talk about that later.
No, I have not.
Dude's hot. And I say this as somebody who openly fetishizes Santa, but like this is an especially good looking Santa.
Okay, then.
Oh, there we go. 50.
Wow.
How many are we?
All right.
We're
How many
about
shades is that?
70 now.
Yeah,
actually.
dirty Santa rebel.
No, that was bad Santa.
He's hot too. Billy Bob's got a certain dirty quality about him.
geez.
Ew.
I can kind of see it.
No.
I would
married to
never.
his cousin?
Clorox.
You're
I would
ruining
never-
Christmas for everyone
I would.
listening.
You know
Right?
what? That's their fault for still celebrating things as an adult. Why is that my problem?
Hey, whoa. What?
Yeah.
No, I like Christmas.
Yeah, I like
Stop.
Christmas.
And if I can
Yeah.
ruin it by making a comment, then you're not as committed to Christmas as you might be.
Oh, you
Well,
didn't
that's
ruin
true.
it for me.
Well,
It's
no.
see,
giving me
there
a
you
bad
go.
image. A bad image of.
Your imagination is not my fault.
All right, that's true. All right, carry on.
I'll stick with Krampus.
Oh, I have some stuff on Krampus. Yay!
All right, so they traveled in the wintertime across the ocean. Very
Well,
stupid.
I'm thinking it's because it took months to get here. Maybe they left in the summer,
And
Well,
then
so
also-
that's why.
England is pretty far up north. Like it might
It
have not
is.
been that cold. They're English. You know what I mean? It might not have been that cold comparatively for them.
so how long does that voyage take? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking 5 months.
5 months?
I'm thinking so back
That's a
then.
long time. Yeah, so you leave in July.
Yeah.
I would get sick of that journey halfway through
I
and
know,
just jump
right?
in the ocean and swim back.
That's a long swim.
Not really.
There are
I mean,
sharks.
those boats move at the speed of
yeah,
smell,
plus
man.
sharks.
5 months.
Yeah.
Sharks.
Oh, you're back then. You were at the mercy of the wind. If the wind didn't blow, you didn't move.
Yeah.
It's true. Row. Yeah, row.
They
Row,
weren't.
Did you hear that song?
They weren't.
Row your boat.
You're talking about the old Viking ships where they all had
yeah.
oars and moved them through the water purposefully. They had
These are
boats like
big,
the Mayflower and things. They came over and they were just big sailing ships. They didn't have like backup power. They didn't have backup
They didn't have
oars
staff.
down there. They didn't have staff.
They didn't have stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe that's why I would have been so impatient. I do come from Viking stock. Thanks, Ancestry.
Yes.
We can get a sponsorship from them.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go. In 1936, Edward VII abdicates his throne to marry Wallace Simpson.
Yes.
So he was the
Who
English
was a divorcee,
king,
which is why he had
an
to
American
abdicate. Yep.
divorcee.
Yep.
Yep.
And they founded The Simpsons, obviously.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Oh.
He gave up his kingdom though. Like
Yeah.
For
who
her?
does that for her?
Yeah, he did that for her.
Wait, her name, a female's name was Wallace?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wallace Simpson.
Yes. If you
Isn't that a weird name?
another good movie to go to see if you ever want, and I own it if you want to come over and see it sometime. The King's Speech.
That was great.
It was great, but
I've never heard of that.
that's about
What's that about?
that's about yeah. Well, the thing
His
is,
brother,
his
right?
brother, who then became king and gave birth to the current queen. Well, his
Well,
wife
yeah, I was
did
gonna
that.
say.
Yeah.
But
He was a donor.
yeah, he wasn't a birthing person.
Birthing person. Dear God.
That's an industry term now. It's
No,
fine.
you'll other than making fun of it like I am now,
Yeah.
you'll never hear me use it.
Okay.
But he had a very bad. The one who turned out being king. I forget names. Terrible at that.
Wallace.
No.
When I
But
think
Edward
Wallace, I
was
think
supposed
Wallace
to
and
be
Gromit.
king.
Wasn't it Henry or Harry?
What about
Henry.
William
No.
Wallace?
I should know this.
No, I know I should too. And
Yeah,
it
you all
just
flunk
escaped me.
history.
But
There you go.
anyway,
Yep, zeros.
He was supposed to be king, and he was more interested in being with the woman he actually loved. And so he's like, yeah, I'll abdicate and let my brother take it, who was next in line. His brother, at the time, and growing up until that point, had a very, very terrible stuttering problem. And people didn't really think he'd make a good king because he wouldn't be able to speak to the people. Well, he worked very, very hard, and basically got over it. And that's why the name of the movie is The King's Speech, because by the time he actually became king and was coronated, he was able to give a proper speech.
Yeah, it's so good. Cool. It was so good.
And he turned out to be a very good man and a very good king.
I wish we still had kings. Well, we're on our way. We're about that.
Well, we have dictatorships.
No,
but, you know,
it's not really
a
a-
little different.
We don't have
Yeah, it's not
dictatorships.
really
We
a
have
king.
oligarchies.
Yes, that's what we have.
That's true. All right.
In 1967, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner premieres.
Well, Sidney Poitier.
Yes.
And in 1968, Katharine Hepburn wins an Academy Award for her performance in it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Katharine
I
Hepburn.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That part I didn't know. I still never saw that. Was it good?
It's
I
excellent.
heard it was really good.
You know,
I've
honestly,
never
I don't know
seen
if
it,
I
to
don't
be
think I
honest.
have.
Absolutely
I
excellent.
know of it, of course, but I don't think I have. No.
Yeah. We'll put that on our list.
Yep.
Did you ever finish watching Dances with Wolves?
Of course, 100 times.
That's such a good
Billion
movie.
times. Yeah.
That's Kevin Costner at his finest.
That is probably one of his best
One of
movies.
his
Truly,
ever.
yeah,
Although I've
honestly.
seen him in a lot of good things.
Like, I give him a lot of flack for being in
Except for
Waterworld and other
Waterworld.
stuff.
Well, yeah.
That was horrible.
Robin Hood was
but that
good.
wasn't him.
I
It
liked
was the way that
Robin
was
Hood.
written. That was.
Yeah, he had gills
I
on
don't
his
know, to
should
be
have
honest.
said
You know
no
what?
to
In all
that one.
fairness, though, I've seen actors who were incredibly talented people take a script that was
Terrible.
abysmal, terrible, not
Yeah.
great,
And make it good.
truly make it magical.
Right.
Like, I really think at some point.
But I've also seen bad scripts bring down good actors too.
Yeah, but they're agents. You know, they have agents who decide what roles they take, and the actors themselves can decide whether or not they want to take a role. And if someone's making a choice to be in something as stupid as Waterworld, I think that, tells you a little bit about them.
I liked Errol Flynn as Robin Hood.
Did you?
Yeah. And that was
Costner
Yeah, we're
classic.
going
he
back
did
a little.
good. He did a good
It was
Robin
okay.
Hood.
I liked it because Snape was in it, but
Yeah, Snape,
Alan
yeah.
Rickman.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's
Alan
awesome.
Rickman.
Now that's hot.
Uh-oh, another
He-
fetish?
Yeah,
Another
he is
fetish.
hot.
Alan
Rickman
Rickman.
in a
First
Santa
off,
suit. What about that?
That's the best.
Oh my
that's
God.
that's truly like the ideal. Like, I would consider getting married if it was Alan Rickman in a Santa
Yeah,
suit.
Santa's-
Anything less than that
Wow.
just isn't good enough for me.
Hear
Oh,
that out
wow.
there, all our listening audience? That's what you need to do. Send your pictures.
To tame the rebel,
Yeah.
Santa suits.
Oh my goodness.
Be Alan Rickman.
I love Alan Rickman. I mean,
Yeah.
Be a dirty ho ho ho. Wait
He
a
was
minute.
a
Oh,
fantastic actor.
Yeah.
He was a fantastic actor.
He really was so very talented.
Yes.
Like, he genuinely was.
I agree.
Not just as Snape, but he also played. Gosh, what was the name of the actor in Hans Gruber?
Yes.
Hans
in
Gruber
Die
in
Hard,
Die
my
Hard, which, by the way,
favorite.
is not a Christmas
It's
movie.
my
definitely
favorite
Kiss my-
Christmas movie.
Kiss my ass.
is my
It is not a
favorite
Christmas movie.
Christmas
It's a
movie.
good
It
movie.
takes
It is
place
not
at
a
Christmas.
It does not make it a Christmas
It has a Christmas
movie.
tree in it. What makes it
Yeah,
a Christmas
exactly.
tree?
It is
It was
no.
snowing.
It's
Bruce
not.
Willis.
But it's not about Christmas.
Sure
It doesn't
is.
need to be. It's
Christmas
about the
movie
spirit
has
of
to
Christmas.
be about Christmas, like
It's
a
about the
Christmas
spirit
story,
of
like
Christmas.
A Wonderful Life.
It shows a number
Like,
of Christmas
sadly
miracles,
enough,
like
even
Bruce
Bad
Willis
Santa
walking
was
through
a
glass and not having
Christmas
glass
movie.
in his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
a miracle.
Difficult. Yeah.
That
Also,
no,
there was like
no,
8 of those
no,
guys and
no,
one Bruce Willis.
No,
And one-
not
and
a
one air
not a
conditioner.
Christmas movie. Just like Home Alone, not a
I
Christmas
agree
movie.
with that. Not a Christmas movie.
I think that's
Home
a
Alone.
great Christmas.
I just
movie.
want to know what that father did for a living to be able to take his entire family abroad.
It was like
Drug
13
dealer.
or 14 of them.
That's it.
Probably.
And the house was
Do you see how big that house was?
Yeah, it's huge.
That was huge.
And then go to France?
Yeah. Well, not all of them went to France.
Well, all the important ones
I
went
hate
to
to
France.
spoil it.
And how do you lose your child like that?
He's the worst one.
can't count.
I'd leave him at home too.
It's the
Shit.
new math.
That was the one.
Common Core math.
That was the one. Common Core.
I would leave Kevin at home too. Kevin was obnoxious.
He was, yes.
He was deliberately
Have you
obnoxious.
seen the new ones? They've redone those.
They're
Yeah, I
redoing
know
it.
they
Yeah,
have,
I
but
don't-
I haven't
terrible.
seen them.
They're terrible.
What are they going to do? Be like, oh, don't hurt anyone's feelings.
The new one is like British. It's
Can't
such-
cry. It's
I didn't see that
traumatizing.
one.
Yeah, the current
Well,
new one that's
British,
coming
they don't
out.
have any
yeah.
feelings, so we're good.
I have a couple
They
of
don't. They don't.
I have a couple of
display like
English
that.
friends,
But they've
and
got
they're
a great
genuinely-
sense of humor.
Yeah, they
I
really
love
are.
the British sense
Number
of
2
humor
on our listening
so
audience
much.
list. I'm just saying.
I like the
much.
English.
The only thing I don't like is the Canadian bacon.
Number 3.
Nobody likes Canadian bacon.
The only thing I don't like about England is their selection of food and things like that. From my understanding of it, and I have a number of English friends who I love very
God.
dearly.
Canada, number 3. Germany, UK, Canada. You just hit all 3.
I genuinely
No,
just don't
I
think I'd
want
be happy cooking
Real
in England.
bacon. I sent
That
Deb.
is real bacon.
I sent my oldest son when he turned of age to go abroad, and I
Send to
firmly
Canada?
No, I
Oh.
sent him to
Can't say.
Europe?
Don't
England.
Say. Oh,
Then you
okay.
run away.
Oh,
And he
Like
found his
in
way back.
England?
he did eventually.
Well,
Eventually,
we eventually
5
found him.
months later, he came
In a
back.
sheets or something. No, that was a different trip.
That was a different trip.
Oh, my.
Every year that my children under my charge have been left with a school or whatever organization they've been involved in, my children will leave that organization and go find food.
the
because-
organization doesn't feed us properly.
Apparently. So I got a phone call
I know what it's like to be hungry.
yeah.
Yeah.
at 3:00 in the morning. He
From-
didn't know where he was.
From England? Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah, my kids love to do this
What
to
did
me.
he expect you were going to do?
Well, I
Look at a
go.
map.
I go. Are
Make
you
a left.
looking at a street sign? Is it in English? Because
Can you
I
see-
figured he, got on the
Maybe it
tram
was
and went
Welsh.
to. I figured he went to Italy or France.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going. You
Run
never
under
know.
the
He
tunnel.
would have
or
had to
in the
swim
tunnel.
for a little.
No.
Yeah.
Just
No,
saying.
there's a
He would've
tunnel.
known.
No, there's a
Train.
tunnel.
Yep.
There's- Well,
Yeah.
now, yeah. Yeah.
So, my kids just disappear to go find food.
Nothing wrong with that. I applaud them. Here's to you, kids. I know what that's like.
That's ingenuity there.
Yeah, I do that.
That's why you never have to worry about us when we're in the house. We have everything to eat
I
there.
know.
Except they have no spatial orientation.
that must have
It's-
not come
or
through in our
awareness
family.
themselves. Yeah.
I have none.
No, you don't.
Huh?
No.
She'd lose her car in our driveway,
Well, that happens.
let alone a parking lot.
Oh yeah, I can never find my car.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
Whereas I park somewhere, I take a quick glance around, and I'm off.
My
And he says, "Where do we park?" I said, "Just follow me."
I do. I don't even ask anymore. I just go with him. He'll get me there.
I tell my driver to just keep circling. Just keep circling.
I have
Oh.
preferential parking, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you little people tell us these problems. Let me know what that's like.
It must have been so difficult while you were traveling and promoting PSNORKIS to deal with you.
Oh, it's very difficult. Very
Where's my
difficult.
coffee, damn it?
Yeah. Well, they didn't have it. I had to bring my own. Legacy coffee.
I know. 'cause
There
I
you
wasn't
go.
there.
Legacy Brewing.
Legacy
Gotcha.
Brewing.
That's what I'm
Legacy
drinking right
Brewing.
now.
Yeah.
Dot
Good
shop.
stuff.
And I put out from the Pendulum Society that Legacy.shop has all of our gear on there now.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the new gear on there? 50 Shades of Rebel mugs?
Yes, you.
Very good stuff.
When we were down in Florida, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
were
did take a
talking on
peek.
the remote show. I had you on by phone, and yeah, you told us, and we looked it up.
Good things
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
Get your mugs now.
I love
Get
those
your
mugs.
mugs now. Sweatshirts
yeah.
coming soon.
Legacy Brewing .shop. Check it out. Check out the merchandise section. There's a lot of cool PSNORKIS stuff in there now.
Awesome. All right, where are we at with history?
All right, so we're going to go to, how about let's do the birthdays first and get them out of the way.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
If you're born this week, excuse me, you are actually a Sagittarius, that zodiac sign.
When does Capricorn start?
January.
January.
No, I'm
Yeah.
Capricorn.
Oh,
You're
well then end
Capricorn?
of
23rd.
December
Like the
to January.
23rd of
23rd?
December.
I thought it was the 22nd. It could be the 23rd.
I'm going to be
I'm not
29.
sure.
Just saying. I'm scared. I'm going to be 29.
2,900?
Are you
I
29?
don't know how to. Why? Put that down.
2,900?
Ass.
29 and a half. Sorry. Sorry, continue.
So birthdays then. Ben Browder.
Who's that?
Ben Browder.
Yeah, I brought that one up. I knew
he was
you'd
on
know.
a wonderful show called Farscape. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
I loved that show.
Oh, wasn't that fantastic? I was just starting to get Petey into it.
Yeah, I got into about like the 8th show.
When they took it off
Yeah.
of Amazon Prime.
What was
I
it
was
called?
like, damn it.
Farscape.
Farscape.
It's super cool.
It's very cool.
It's very cool.
Never heard of it.
It's a nerdy 90s
it
show.
It is nerdy 90s
it's
sci-fi
interesting,
show.
though.
Yeah,
I
it was
like
fun.
The guy that did the creatures for Jim Henson. Jim Henson's shop did a lot of the creatures and stuff that they used in there. A lot of different aliens. Yeah, did do very cool. But Ben Browder, he played the main role, and then he went on to actually replace Richard Dean Anderson in Stargate when Anderson stepped back to just produce it.
Gotcha.
Stargate was a really great show.
I
Stargate
love
SG-1.
Stargate.
There is a lot of talk that they're trying to bring it back. They're trying to relaunch it.
I want to like it, but I'm worried that they'll mess it up, and I'm worried it's not going to be
Tell
the
me
same.
about it. You know, I wanted to tell you. That's one of the things I didn't get a chance. I was reading. They
putting a
are
piece.
trying to. They're thinking about relaunching Firefly.
Oh,
They've
really?
been thinking about
Disney.
that for a while, though.
What's Firefly?
Disney though. Disney.
Really?
But here's the
With
thing.
Nathan Fillion?
I don't think it's going to have any of the original
Oh.
people except maybe as guest spots.
Okay.
As
Well, that could be
cameos.
fun.
But just think about some of the characters in there. It wouldn't be the Disney family friendly type of thing. So there's speculation they may rewrite some characters like Inaras and things like that. It's going to suck. It's never going to
never
capture
know.
the magic of that.
Nah,
if
you
they-
can't
if they
say that
stick with
because
it.
they do Star Wars, and I don't know. I like the new Star Wars stuff.
Oh, I
They're pretty
love that
good.
new Star Wars
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I
There's
don't know.
hope.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You didn't see the Star Wars stuff when you were down there.
No, we're talking about
No,
the movies.
The movies.
Yeah, I know.
Like
but
what
you
we
didn't go
just
down there.
what was just on as we were getting ready to tape the show. We were watching Solo, a Star Wars story, which I thought was very well done.
I like that too.
Yeah,
me
we
too.
talked
Very
about that.
good.
I thought it was awesome. When we go down there next year, we're taking Rebel, and we'll bring Santa suits for people down there. But she's going.
From what I know,
Suits.
I don't know if anyone down in Florida
Marron.
would actually put on a Santa suit, but I'm open to it.
We've seen them.
Yeah, we saw Santa last week when we were down there.
Yeah,
we
we
saw a
did.
couple of them.
Were they actual Santa, or were they like the homeless Santas?
It wasn't
No,
the
they
real.
were
No,
actual.
these were
Because
actual
one is
Santas.
hot and the other is sad.
It wasn't the real.
Yeah,
Santa.
Yeah,
but hot.
this was the real Santas.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
No, well, happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Santa?
Ben Browder.
Ben Browder, yes.
Ben Browder. Right?
Happy birthday.
Santa. Sorry.
Happy birthday to Jennifer Connelly.
Shout
I
out to
loved
Connelly.
her.
I
Oh
like
my
her.
gosh, she was so good in
Labyrinth.
All that
Labyrinth.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then wasn't she in what's that messed up movie with Jared Leto in it?
Oh,
Don't
Labyrinth.
know this.
No, not that's David Bowie.
oh, yeah.
No. It was
know
Requiem for a Dream
For a
or something.
Dream, yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
such a messed up film.
That was. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, one of my ex-boyfriends, that was actually the first film he showed me,
That's a
and I
good
should have
segue.
known right from there that he was a severely disturbed individual.
That is
And I
such
should
a
have just
great
been like, you know
segue.
what?
All the warning
Get
signs?
out of my apartment, because if you think this is a great first film to watch on a date, there's a lot of
goodness.
things wrong with you, and I'm interested in exploring nearly none of them.
Wow.
That's
Coming
a good
from
question.
50 Shades of
Good-
Rebel.
yeah, that's a good point. I mean,
Yeah.
it's depending on what you pick as your first movie to see, especially if it's
Sure.
if it's you're not going to the theater, you're just going to get together on a date and watch a movie from someone's collection. Depending on what your first movie is, could tell you a lot about that person.
I think it really does.
I never put that.
I
put
really
that
think it
together
does
before.
because, and it's one of the reasons why when I get to a point with a beau or a suitor where I invite them over to my house, I let them pick the film because I think it's very telling. Also, if I pick the film, we're going to watch a nature documentary that definitely involves murder, and that's not a great first look.
Not really.
So-
no.
No, that should put a lot of red flags.
I mean,
right
that
now.
tells a lot of people a lot about me. One,
Yeah.
that I'm feral, that I'm very comfortable with wolves and coyotes, and that I know
And
the order
killing.
of nature, and I'm not
yeah.
afraid to exert my position on the food chain. So,
Wow. What if you pick something like Apocalypse Now or Platoon?
No
Then I know
worse
he-
than they pick one of them sappy love stories
Yeah.
that you need a cheese grater to rip your
Oh,
arm off to
geez.
get out of the
Oh.
room.
Like
Wow,
a
we're-
Hallmark movie?
Yes.
One of those?
Oh my!
there's only a couple acceptable loving movies. First off, The Mountain Between Us, fantastic.
Meet Joe
Fantastic
Black.
film.
Meet Joe Black, great
Meet
movie.
Joe Black, great movie. Another one, Love
And
Actually.
what?
It's a
Tell me you
classic.
didn't say Brokeback Mountain.
That's what she said. That's what you
That's-
heard.
that's what I
No,
heard.
That's what you heard. Yeah.
Listen, I understand you have a background in theater. No one brought up Brokeback Mountain, but maybe you should
I
discuss
heard
that with
something
a
about a
therapist.
mountain. I heard
Yeah,
something
yeah,
about a
you
mountain.
did.
The
and I
Mountain
just-
Between Us.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
film with
Brokeback
Idris
Theater.
Elba. Brokeback Theater.
Easy.
This isn't a first date in 7th grade, okay?
right,
This is a
right.
first date for adults who, regularly take Excedrin and ibuprofen, okay? Can't be having broken backs.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, poor Santa Claus. Jeez.
Santa baby,
Oh my goodness.
won't you put a brace under the tree for me?
Oh my.
Ooh-ee.
This is a disturbed individual.
Well, that's the thing, though. I don't want to date anyone crazier than me. I like being the lunatic in the
Yeah,
relationship.
no, that's good. You
Every
have to have pole
relationship
position.
has the
Right.
normal person and has the crazy
Yeah,
person.
yeah, you need to be crazy.
I
Yeah.
find my comfort level in being the insanity. And that
Yeah.
man is inspired to live his daily life because if he could put up with me, there's nothing out there that could get to him.
That's true.
I am just the worst.
So anyway, Jennifer Connelly is also
Oh,
in that TNT show about the train. The train.
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
Snowpiercer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a
Is that still
disturbing
on?
movie.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
that-
not a movie.
that's a series.
Sweetie, that's a
It's a
series.
series.
And I
Wasn't
saw
it-
watched the
15.
movie.
I saw 15 minutes of it one time. I'm like, this is
I got
this is
bored with it.
Yeah, I didn't
bored
didn't
with
do
it.
anything for me, to be honest with you.
That's still
But
on?
The movie.
She is also married to. Go on.
No, come on. I don't know. You even told me, and I don't know.
Oh my God.
It was some actor.
Some actor. Yeah.
That was her best friend.
Yeah, it's the actor that plays Vision,
Yeah, him.
Oh, yeah. What's his face?
Paul. Oh dear.
It's like pulling
Yeah.
teeth.
Wow,
Well,
we're
you know me with
terrible.
names.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember things, but then I don't remember actual names.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, she's married to that guy.
And he was also in that movie we just finished watching before the Han Solo.
Oh, yeah.
He was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the same guy.
Yeah, I like him.
Yep,
I
they're
like
married.
him. Oh,
See how everything kind of comes around?
comes around.
Yeah.
No, if
birthday,
I have
Jennifer.
to watch a love story, it's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That's a great movie also.
That actually is pretty
That's
good.
a great movie.
That is
That's a
the
good love
best
story.
love
Yeah.
story.
That's
Yeah.
a very good love story.
Yeah,
That's,
a
I
good
mean,
one.
that has everything that every woman wants: a dramatic castle, a library,
Impaling.
a man who's willing to give up his immortal soul for her. Like that's all I want. Not asking for much.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot. Yeah.
He crossed oceans
Yeah.
with time.
Yeah.
Guys, she's single. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All you vampires out there, get ready.
Oh, Paul Bettany.
Bettany,
that's it.
Paul Bettany.
Bettany.
That's Jennifer Connelly's
Yes.
husband.
Name
Paul
squeeze.
Bettany.
Bettany, I can never remember that name for some reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Jennifer.
Yes. Okay, who else we got?
Sorry
All
about my
right.
comments about Santa.
Happy birthday, Dick Van Dyke.
So much potential
he's
here.
like, what isn't he like?
96,
I was gonna say,
think,
he's
or
almost
he'll be
100,
96.
Mary
Yeah.
Poppins.
Yes.
Her birthday
yes.
too?
No.
No,
I
he
was
was
just talking
in
about
Mary-
him
in it.
being in Mary Poppins.
Oh,
I did not see the new Mary Poppins,
I will
the
not.
revamp. I heard it was good, but he plays the banker.
Mm-hmm.
But
In the new
I
one?
hear that he bust out a couple of dance moves.
He did.
Even
Oh,
even
yeah.
at, even at his age, yeah. So now I do want to go. I want to see it. I want to rent it and see it because I want to see him. And I heard he was just as good as he used to be.
No way.
Yeah.
He was very talented, and he still got some moves.
Well, he'll be 96 this week.
That's fantastic.
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A national treasure.
Yeah.
Met his brother one time doing a
Who's
show.
his brother?
Bruce
Jerry
Van
Van Dyke. Jerry Van Dyke was a comedian, but
I thought his name was Mike Van Dyke.
nope.
No?
Jerry Van Dyke. He was on. He was. Remember the show Coach?
Yeah.
Remember Luther?
Yeah.
That was Jerry
The
Van
idiot.
Dyke.
He was
yeah.
the idiot.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Yep. That was Jerry Van Dyke, and he was
He was
very,
funny.
very
Yeah,
funny.
very
and he's
funny.
funny all the
Naturally
time.
funny and
Just
and
naturally
a nice
funny
man.
and just a nice guy. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, I can
And
tell
a
you.
good banjo player too, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
I like banjo
Like
music.
Deliverance?
No, like actual real banjo music.
Oh, okay.
No, like Steve Martin.
I want
Yeah,
to like
he's
the
good, too.
banjo. I want to like the banjo, and I can appreciate
no.
intellectually.
Here we go.
Here we go. Buckle up, Daddy.
I like that rolling, the rolling picking that they do
It
because they
takes
use,
a lot of talent.
yeah.
But like every time I hear banjos, I can't help but immediately have like an ice cold fear in my heart that I'm in an area that I need to immediately evacuate.
Like
Deliverance.
Pennsyltucky.
That's like me driving through downtown and hearing rap music. It's the same thing.
Or me driving by New Jersey.
I hear
Yeah.
I hear that. It's just like I need to get out of
Oh,
here.
God.
Yeah.
I love New Jersey.
I'm so sad for you. Why?
I'm
Why?
sad for you.
Why?
I'm sorry
Oh
that you
my
don't understand
God.
Jersey. I'm sorry
I
that you
do
don't like pork
understand.
roll. I'm sorry that, you know what, turnpike exits are confusing for you.
I mean, where did pork roll come into that?
Right?
Pork roll is a national meat of New Jersey.
No.
Yes,
Oh.
it is.
The national meat in New Jersey is Walmart.
That's not a meat.
Oh,
That's a meat packing factory. That's different.
It's a meat market.
It's a meat market for meats that no one wants.
That's true. All right.
It's a place where people walk around with too much of their meat hanging out.
Yes. Dear God. There's a time and a place for that, and it's never in public.
Well,
In the 80s, if you wore saggy pants, you were destined to have a wedgie.
yeah. No, I agree.
I think we should bring that back.
Yeah.
I think we should bring back more leopard print. Leopard
No.
print everything.
No.
Poor leopards.
I think we
In-
should ban spandex.
In nature,
I think there should be a weight limit for spandex.
You have to earn it.
10 pounds.
Yes.
It's a privilege, not a right, and you have to earn it.
It can only stretch really so far.
We have to license spandex.
no, I think that we should turn over spandex to NASA. If they can get us to the moon, they can fix whatever's wrong with the people who wear that.
I don't think so.
They can. They can ship them off to a different planet. That's a fix. It's an unconventional solution, but it's one I'm open to.
Maybe
Sorry.
Venus.
If we can send Jeff Bezos and his dick rocket into space, and we can send Tom Hanks into space, why can't we get rid of people who aren't helping the Earth in any way?
I don't think Tom Hanks went to space technically.
He did.
Yeah.
No.
No,
No,
I thought he
That was
did.
a movie.
No,
Yeah.
I heard he paid to go into space.
No. No. Bezos offered him to be one of his first customers. He
Oh,
goes,
wow.
I'm not paying $36 million to go
I
up
already
there.
paid for Prime. What else do you want, Jeff?
He was already there in the movies.
Yeah.
You have to go up there for it.
He said no.
Yeah.
I said,
Oh, no.
he says, I've got
William
the money,
Shatner.
but no.
Yeah, Shatner.
Yeah,
That's
Shatner
what
Shatner
we're
did.
thinking
You're
of.
right.
It was
Yeah.
William Shatner, and I should have known that because of how dramatic he is. Oh,
But he did go up.
I love William
Shatner,
Shatner.
he went up.
If
He was on that
truly
rocket.
that there was
I still trying to get over rocket.
I knew you'd be stuck on that one. No, I knew.
it was though.
Wow.
Anyone like, how do you pay so much money and not have that be such an obvious statement to how insecure you are as a man?
It looks so phallic.
Like that's incredibly.
I mean, maybe
that's
it was
incredibly
aerodynamic.
phallic.
It was very.
I've seen a
aerodynamic.
lot of aerodynamic
I'm
things.
just saying.
I've seen a helicopter that wasn't aerodynamic. Like this is not the best way this could have been. I really think the design could be improved both for that rocket as well as what it was representing. I have a
Back when
lot of
Back
feedback.
when I was a kid, there was a Japanese television show in black and white at the time called Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. Now we have what's Bezos' first name? I just
Jeff.
forgot.
Jeff.
Bezos
Jeffrey.
and his rocket.
Oh my goodness.
Dun, dun,
You know what,
dun.
though? I got to say, the timing of him going to space was rather excellent. As somebody who's gone through a divorce myself, I can tell you there's absolutely no better alternative than divorcing someone, winning alimony and half their assets, and then having your ex literally go into space.
Yeah.
It stands there on the pad waiting, standing straight up and erect.
Sometimes.
Thanks to Viagra.
Sometimes, yeah.
And
Sometimes.
it's
The little blue
sponsored
pill.
by Cialis.
It's blue.
And here comes the man that's going to fly it into space. Jeff Bezos. It's Jeff Bezos and his
Dressed in a
rocket.
Jeff Bezos, who unironically looks like a phallic shape himself.
Actually, a little bit, yes.
He really does. Like, there's
Yeah.
something about the shape of his head where it's like, wow.
How did we get from birthdays to this rocket?
This is what we do.
I needed to talk about it with somebody because the last time I tried to talk to a friend about it,
Mm-hmm.
he inhaled Coca-Cola up his nose and then it all shot out of his mouth and I wasn't allowed to talk to him for a week.
Yeah.
So I decided since you guys are literally a
Boundaries.
captive audience, now you can't escape.
You're
So
killing Madman over there.
he'll be fine.
He's all,
I saw
all
CPR
about-
once on a movie. I know what to do.
You're making Madman want to get into astronomy.
I'm already into astronomy.
Well, happy birthday, whoever we were
I
talking about.
don't even know now.
Happy
remember.
birthday, Dick Van Dyke.
Dick
Van Dyke.
All right.
Happy
That's it,
birthday,
that's
Jennifer
it.
Connelly.
Not to be confused with the dick rocket.
Oh,
Yes, no, that's a separate phallic
and
object.
round and round we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. All right, we have any more?
And rocket.
No, jeez.
Santa.
Oh my God. How many bleeps I'm gonna have to do in this show?
Good luck.
Jeez.
You should just delete the whole scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
No, some of this
Well,
is
you
hilarious.
had Shatner
Yeah, Shatner.
in a rocket,
In a rocket.
who has slept with half the universe on Star Trek.
It
No, that's
wasn't
true.
It was a dick rocket.
Oh,
Rocket.
jeez.
That's our ambassador, damn it.
You know, have you guys ever seen William Shatner's acting? How dramatic he is? Do you think he's that dramatic in bed too, where he's like, "Oh my God,
I think I killed him.
your breasts"?
I think you killed Madman.
Look, he's gonna fall out. Oh, come back to us, bad man. Hey, you get
He is broken.
somebody's getting turned on over there.
It was the green shirt. It's the green gold shirt.
Yep. Yeah, hey.
I haven't laughed that hard in so long.
Guys almost killed Madman. Shame on you.
Snorkis.
He wet himself a little bit, I think.
Yeah, it is. A little squirt there.
No, I spilled my damn beer.
You got
A
drippy.
likely story.
You got drippy.
Now it's
bucket?
moist.
Well, I do have that, but that's age related. That had nothing to do with this.
Geez, Louise.
All right. Whew. Yeah.
So the dick rocket made
Oh
you
my, oh my goodness.
Rocket.
Oh my goodness. Sponsored by Walmart. Just saying.
Color blue for Cialis.
Oh.
This is like the night we met.
Oh my goodness.
We laughed so hard that night. Oh boy.
All right, so it's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Back. Here we go.
What would you
Yeah.
guys like under the tree?
Yeah. It's almost
Are you all right?
Yeah. I laughed so hard I started a coughing fit, which is always fun.
And he
that
wet
ends up
himself a
me
little
going,
more. So it is almost Christmas,
Yes.
and Saint Nicholas is the patron saint for children.
Yes.
He has an evil twin, like I have an evil twin.
That'd be me.
That'd be you.
That'd be me.
That'd be you. And Krampus is his evil twin.
I didn't know that was his twin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin flame.
So why is Krampus evil and St.
I wouldn't
Nicholas
exactly
is not?
say that he's the evil twin. He's like the anti St. Nicholas.
He's anti-Santa.
Is what it is. You know,
Right.
you got Christ
Christmas.
and the Antichrist. You got Santa
Anti-Christmas.
and the Andes.
I've never heard. I've never seen
Krampus.
anything about Krampus.
Well,
I-
Krampus didn't start like in the movies because there's been like 17 movies made of Krampus.
Yeah.
And Krampus is actually a Norse mythology.
you know
In
that,
Norse
Rebel.
mythology, he was the son of Hel.
Yep. H-E-L.
Yeah.
Hell. Mm-hmm. Oh hell.
I think I married him.
Krampus is.
Hell was actually a woman.
Krampus.
You married her.
Oh.
I married Krampus.
Hell is. Yeah, hell. I'm sorry. Krampus is a half goat, half demon.
What?
Yeah, half
Hey,
goat,
don't
half
look at me.
demon.
No, he's a sheep.
Oh my goodness.
Bah.
Oh my goodness.
You know, Alec Baldwin.
Oh
Oh.
Too soon.
yeah. This is a rough crowd. Terrible. Hey.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah,
Because
we'll-
Krampus didn't go shooting people. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's got a leg up on Alec Baldwin.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
He
get
got
that
clove
hoof
hooves,
that high. He can get his hoof high.
Anyway, Petey, we're so sorry.
Yeah. This is poor Petey.
It's always a train wreck.
Poor Petey.
Try to do history.
I'm sorry,
Try to
Petey.
take it
And the worst part
seriously.
is these train wrecks are the highest
They're the
rated
best.
shit.
Yeah,
to
they're the best
be
part.
honest, it was going okay until
It
you
was.
brought up Dick Van
No,
Dyke, and I
you
knew,
brought- yeah.
I knew at that moment
And
I
your
wasn't
spider
going to be
sense
able
went
to.
off.
My Spidey sense went
Yeah.
off, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, rockets.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Krampus,
All right, Krampus.
Where's Rocket when
Krampus.
you need her?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Krampus.
voice of reason.
Yeah.
I tried to say it with a straight
I'm
face,
done.
but I couldn't.
No, you're doing good.
No, I want to know more about
Yeah, yeah,
Krampus.
yeah, me
I want to
too.
see what you looked up because I actually looked this up myself because as a result of doing the ancestry thing, I've actually been incorporating Norse elements into our Christmas. And if you look at my decorations, a lot of them are Norwegian inspired.
Well, we were never invited over, so.
Yeah, we
You're
were
invited on my
Been
Facebook.
there.
Boy, what?
She brings food.
That's true. All
Have you
right.
tried bringing me food?
I did not.
I feel like maybe if you tried that.
All right. All right.
Okay.
I'll bring food to the lair.
It's the
Or
only
you'll-
way you'll be safe.
Or you'll be food in the lair.
Yes. Well, speaking of a lair, Krampus has a lair. Oh, hey, girls. So he is, he's said to take naughty children and he beats them to make them good if they're on the naughty list. All right, and it goes kind of back to St. Nicholas. If you're a good little child on December 6th, the night of December 6th, St. Nicholas will come, and if you're a good little child, you'll get a treat or something, a little present in your shoe or boot.
You get coins in your shoes. Yep.
If you're bad, you're going to get a stick. And you better look out because Krampus is going to come for you and beat your ass and take you back down into his lair.
That's terrifying.
It is
That was the
terrifying.
idea.
But they wanted to
It
scare
was
the
to
kids
Why
into
do you
being
think
good.
Santa Claus was checking the list twice?
Oh, yeah, I guess. It's a
Grandpap
safety-
was
safety check.
a stick and kapusta.
This isn't OSHA.
Well, I mean, well,
No,
that's
the
But
bad
that was how they kept their kids in line.
terrified.
You know?
That's how they
Yeah,
kept them
that is.
terrified.
And the
They
story of the
My dad
boogeyman
just
was
used
for
a
the same
belt.
reason.
They're probably all in therapy now.
See, I didn't have to use any of that. What I told my son is that if you don't go to bed on time, mean mommy turns into a werewolf.
Well, that's
So if you
believable.
don't
though.
turn into
At
bed.
least
in her
And all
case,
you
it
have
is,
to
huh?
do is wait for him to close the door and wait for that clock to hit 8, and you hear him try to open the door and you start howling like a wolf in the living room and he believes you. On the plus side, that's really a 2-for-1 because if you hate your neighbors, it's a
dude.
real great way to reinforce how much you hate them.
That's great.
I
Yeah.
like it.
I know,
I
right?
like it.
Why didn't we think of that?
Right?
Got to
You
multitask.
just call that singing sessions.
Oh, that's what it's called in my house, yes.
That's terrifying.
Ow.
That's terrifying because you're a kid, and you're gonna get.
And it looks
you're
like
gonna
the
get
devil.
a stick.
Well, yeah.
and you got some goat devil coming after you.
Julie
Life
needed a
as a
stick
kid
more
is
than
terrible.
once.
Oh, that's the truth.
Yes.
Life as a kid
Actually,
is terrifying.
Julie,
Huh?
our daughter, was the one that first mentioned the Krampus. Because I had never heard of it either, and she meant, listen, my voice is shot from laughing so damn hard and coughing. I
throat
mentioned
has
the
a Krampus.
the Krampus, and I'm like, what's the Krampus? She goes, you don't know, and she's the one who told me about it. I'm like, I'd never heard of it until maybe about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time I had ever heard about the Krampus.
There's all sorts of Christmas legends. There's Krampus. There's
I thought that was a German legend. Isn't that a German
Krampus?
legend? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that German?
Yes, it's, well,
Or was it Norse?
It's all over.
it's
that
Germanic
area.
peoples.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the Slovaks, the Germans.
Gotcha,
the
gotcha.
Poles.
Poles had it, yeah. I have it somewhere here where they were.
Germany, keep your
Hungary,
Krampus over there.
Slovenia, Czechoslovakia,
Yeah.
Germany, Austria.
They can all keep Krampus. Keep it over there.
And for fun,
Uh-oh.
drunken Germanic people run around dressed as devils and chase people in the streets.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah,
See, I'm not.
Don't do that
I'm not
here.
behaving
It's like The
badly.
Purge.
I'm being traditional.
that's
In
right.
in a bad way.
I'm a bad person.
Oh.
So
Oh. Well, there's that.
The legacy
my
lives
name
on.
is literally Rebel.
She's a bad Mrs. Santa.
See, well, I'm sure we'll find that in her book. Great history.
There's going to be a
Thank you.
lot
Good
of
job.
things if I die. The people looking through my home will be like, "What the hell?"
I
What
know,
in
they'll
the
just be
Nothing
like,
would
"Well,
surprise
nope."
us.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
They'll be
us.
like, "Oh, it's just
Other
Honestly,
people are like,
the
what the hell does she
simplest-
use this for? I'm like, you don't want to know.
Don't
Yeah.
smell the end. No, this.
Oh my goodness! They just
Or
went
depending
to
on what you like, go ahead,
Jeez.
smell the end.
It would probably just be
Wow.
simpler to just take out all of the living beings in the house except for the gimp in the basement and just burn the house down.
Yeah,
Call it a day, you know?
I am so terrified.
Are we at 69
Coming
shades?
to your house. I'm not even bringing food to your house. I don't want to go in that door. That's terrifying. Wow.
Why? She inherited half the stuff from my house.
I know. Well, yeah. But she's a lot meaner than you are. She's
No,
more
I just don't
devious.
discuss it.
Silent killer.
Whereas I am the foaming, barking killer.
Yeah. Is that all for history?
That's it, yes.
All right, so
That's
Rebel.
not enough.
But that was a lot of history. That was like an hour worth of it, which I love history. That was fun. But you almost killed Madman.
I know.
He almost died several times during the taping of this.
I haven't had a good laughing fit like that, and I don't know how long, at least 3-4 years.
Yeah, that was good. So, Rebel.
I think
Yes.
the last time I laughed that hard was the first
You
time.
were taking a leak?
I think that I saw Paul, the
Paul?
movie Paul, the
The
little
alien
alien guy.
movie? Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
laughed so hard.
I didn't see that.
Oh my God,
That's
I
funny?
laughed so
Yeah,
hard.
I didn't like it. I just sat there and watched him laugh.
Yeah, I laughed so
Well, that's entertaining, though. isn't it?
hard because some of this stuff was just like, wow.
Really?
And the first Deadpool, same thing.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
Deadpool was funny. Good things. So, Rebel, you want to take us down that rabbit hole of your dating history?
Actually, I think the best way to go about this would be for all of us to share a horrible date we've been on. And I'm more than happy to go first because alphabetically I am first. This is the tale of the alpha. The alpha.
New
This
alphabet.
Rebel? Yeah.
No. This particular story is the story of the alpha.
Oh,
So the alpha and I met on Facebook dating because I was bored.
Okay.
This happens a lot. Most of my dating stories begin because I signed up for online dating because I was bored of the people I normally torture and wanted some fresh meat.
Wow.
So
Boy, this is how a lot of serial killers get their start. I'm just saying.
Right?
Wow.
So I met him. We exchanged a couple of like messages and
Pics?
no pictures.
Like
I
rocket
refused
pictures?
to. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Dear God. No, but I mean, my block list is literally a mile long because I don't know what it is about gentlemen. They're just like, oh, you showed an interest in me. Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this?
I wish everyone could see.
I really want to know why their mothers didn't give them any approval and why they feel the need to act out this particular psychological trauma with me in my inbox. But
Understandable. Carry on.
so he and I exchanged a couple messages, and usually with online dating, what I like to do is I like to meet relatively quickly because I can very quickly ascertain whether or not there's any chemistry here. Within 5 minutes of this date, I knew that there was not. But at that point, I was already there. I had already gotten dressed up. I put on the good makeup because when we had talked, we seemed very compatible. He was a very different person on the phone than off the phone. So I wore the good makeup, the expensive makeup, the Estee Lauder makeup, and I was kind of pissed at having wasted my time. I should have worn Maybelline.
Two more sponsors we can't
Was
get.
not.
Right, exactly.
What I like Maybelline. I like it for an everyday makeup, but it doesn't have the heavy coverage that I really like with Estee Lauder or with Tarte. So I put on the Estee Lauder. I put on the good makeup. I was there. And, he sits down. And first off, it became very apparent that all of the pictures that he had used on Facebook dating
Not him.
were from a couple years ago when he weighed a lot less and was significantly more cute.
I see.
So that was that was the first time I think I ever felt catfished by a man.
Oh, wow.
I've been height fished. I've been hat fished.
Height fished?
If you take pictures where the angle is up and you're looking like a tall person and I meet you and you're half my height and you're arguing with me about what's 6 foot, don't be mad when I break out the tape measure. That's a different story.
Wow. Oh, for the height.
Yeah. I'm 6 foot. I've been 6 foot since 5th grade, man. You're going to argue with me about what 6 feet looks like? Not today. Not anymore. I stopped giving a damn a long time ago.
Wow.
So we're sitting there and we're talking. And first off, he's very like, oh, I'm an alpha. I'm very assertive and aggressive in my life. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude.
Why would you
do you
open with
talk
that
about- yeah,
when you're
that's
talking
weird.
to a woman for
That's
the first
Yeah,
time?
that's already.
First off, if you're telling me you're an
first
alpha.
gonna say, I was like, yeah, I just want you to know I'm very aggressive. I'm like, yeah, that's going to score you points. What the hell?
Like, so
Well, maybe
he
she
said,
gives off the I need an aggressive vibe. Maybe she
no.
gives that.
Once again,
she
I like
gives
being a
off an
crazy
I
one.
am aggressive.
Yeah,
Yes,
well-
I am aggressive. I openly growl at people now. I stopped caring a long time ago, like I said. So we're talking. He's going through like, oh, well, I'm totally an alpha. And my dad is really a beta.
My dad?
An hour into this conversation, he lets me know he lives with his parents.
Nice.
His dad, the beta. So this alpha man, I'm an alpha male.
lives with his mommy and
He
daddy.
lives with his parents.
How old was he?
This 36.
Well, look at all the money he's saving.
He doesn't have a job, so it's a good thing he's saving all that money.
That's good.
So first off,
Wait,
if you're
did he-
presenting
So his
yourself-
mom paid for the date?
Yeah, who
I guess so.
paid for dinner?
Maybe I should send her a Christmas card. Not me.
The beta paid for
I'm not
dinner.
paying for that. I already put
Beta.
on good makeup. Makeup. I'm good.
Beta paid for dinner.
So he, it just gets better from there.
Wow.
Hey, Dad, can I have $100? I want to take this chick out to dinner.
So,
Tell her I hate you.
he was downgrading his
Can
dad.
I
He's like,
borrow the
oh, my
car?
dad, he totally bends over for those corporate guys, blah, 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 blah. He's a total beta. I'm an alpha, yada, yada, yada.
So
And
at
then
this
he's
point,
talking to
you're
me.
severely impressed. At
I
this point,
honestly,
You're
like,
oh yes, alpha.
at that point, I was literally on my phone Shazamming the song that was playing in the restaurant because I was very interested in that. Not interested in the rest of the date. But the goat and fig salad was very good there.
Nice, hey.
So that was, I mean, it's
That's
pretty
already,
bad.
That's already saved the date.
It's
in my
pretty
eyes.
bad when the most impressive thing about a date is the freaking salad, man.
No, that,
Nobody gets that excited over lettuce.
I would
No,
rate
not
that. I
usually.
would rate that as a good date already.
The
I'll
salad?
just have
Oh, no.
salad.
If I fed you a salad, I would expect you to shoot me at some
I
point.
don't know, but it's goat.
You
salad.
just talked about 50 ounces
Yeah.
of steak, man.
Yeah,
You're not going from that to eating a salad with a smiley face.
That's
No.
not a happy meal.
yeah, but it's not just a regular salad. We got goat in there.
And
That's a
fig.
good salad, yeah.
So he continues on with the date, and I learned that he not only lives with his parents, that he does receive disability paychecks from his time in the army.
Oh,
Yeah. And that he spends it all on his cars.
well, that's good.
You
Got
gotta have
cars.
toys.
Yeah, there you go. It's got a lot
This
of
guy,
cars,
he had an ex-wife also who lives in Germany, ironically.
huh? Hey, shout out to Germany.
And his son lives there as well.
Wonder why,
Yeah.
Keep away from him.
I would say.
And apparently, whenever she comes over to let her son, their son, and him spend time together, they stay together.
At the
And he
parents'.
just presented, at his dad's house.
This is
and
the
he
first
just
date
presented it. This
conversation.
was a first date.
Wow.
You know what? I've learned that some first dates,
Wow.
they're literally just going to be a parade of red flags. And the second I start seeing 2 red flags real early on a first date, I'm like, I'm just here for the
Yeah,
story.
but would you rather have all the red flags at once or just
But yeah, at least you didn't put any time
like
into
an
it.
It depends.
intermittent
It
red
depends.
flag.
Sometimes I like to read a long book. Sometimes I like to read a short book.
Understandable.
Sometimes
yeah.
I'm there for the
Sometimes
adventure.
they ride the short bus.
Yeah.
Sometimes they lick the windows.
Oh my.
So I find all this out. And then I'm like, all right, yeah, this was very nice. It was very nice to meet you. This guy is huge, all right? So he's 6'6". He is built.
Wait, I thought you tape measured him.
No, that was a different dude. That was a different dude with the tape measure thing.
Oh.
So he's like
Did I
tall
miss- did I
and
miss?
broad.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you missed
All
something.
right.
So, I say, oh, it was great to meet you. And, we go home. So after that, he gives me a call and he's like, oh, hey, how are you? So I wanted to talk to you because, I really see a future with you and blah, blah, blah. So apparently his idea of future with me was me participating in threesomes with him and another girl who he had already gone on a date with.
So wait a minute.
And who he
Wait,
had
wait
already
a minute.
talked to
Wow.
You
about this
wait a
entire
minute.
situation,
no.
Wait a
who
minute.
apparently was into this situation.
Wow.
Which, no shame to anybody who likes threesomes, but maybe you should talk to both people first.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's somewhere he had to pick a vibe up about somewhere in that conversation.
No,
at
because
dinner.
what I've understood about some men is that some men will decide in their mind what the vibe is, not necessarily ascertain what the vibe is.
that's fair.
They make
All
up
right.
their own little thing, and in his mind, he was clearly the alpha to his
Threesome.
beta father. So he,
So he was the winner, and he was
was
getting you no matter
clearly-
what.
He was clearly somebody who spent a lot of time in imagination land. So he calls me up and he's like, here's the deal. I've been seeing this girl. She seems
the
really
deal.
neat. I'd like to see the both of you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, totally. And then I get off the phone with him and I'm like, you
Wow, careful.
freakazoid.
Oh, there. Ooh.
You complete lunatic. First off, I wasn't even interested in seeing him as a single person. I don't want to see him in the supermarket. I doubt I will, though. I'm sure his mom is the one who grocery shops
yeah,
for his
you're
household.
probably safe.
I'm probably
Yeah.
good.
She's probably an alpha. Just saying.
So I say to him, hey, listen, I'm not looking for anything serious because I know immediately, like within the first 5 minutes of that date, that this guy is not somebody who deserves my time and attention. Like, I'm a homeowner. I own my own vehicle at this point because it was when I still had my Corolla. Like, I got my life together. This guy lives at home with his parents and likes to pretend he's better than people who actually pay bills. Very weird. So I just, I hang up the phone with him and I'm like, yeah, it was nice talking to you. Take care. He
stalked you, didn't he?
No. Well, he harassed me so much on the phone, constantly texting and calling, that it made me really happy that A, I didn't give him my real phone number. B, immediately after the date, I went in my car and I blocked him on Facebook and Insta. Like, I just immediately was like, nope, not looking at that face any ever again.
That was it.
Yeah, no. And then he kept like messaging me over and over and over. It's ironic too, because it was around Christmas last year when he and I met. And he was just like, oh, when are you going to be free? When are you going to be free? When are you going to be free? Never.
Yeah.
I'm not free for you. I'm expensive for everyone.
Yeah. What's the old Christmas threesome?
And ironically, I looked at him on Facebook because I hadn't blocked him on my old profile, which I only recently figured out how to get into.
You have 50 profiles?
No, I have 3.
One for every shade.
Right.
69 profiles.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I actually got into my old profile, which I was trying to get into because I had pictures of my kid on it. And I looked him up on that, and he's still single. I'm like, oh,
Really?
why are you still single?
Oh my God! Really?
Guess it never worked out with that other one.
Someone didn't jump on that.
You know what I
prize?
really think? I honestly think that he probably showed because I had pictures of my face on the profile. You know what I mean? Of course I do. Recent pictures, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Just for all of our listeners out there, I did not catfish anyone. I had very recent pictures of myself, both with and without makeup, because that's just how I roll. I like to be very upfront.
You don't face fish.
Well, also, I look good no matter what. So you're blessed to even be seeing me.
I hear that, the listening audience. You are up against the wall. You got your work cut out for you on this.
So
one.
I'm pretty sure that he showed her my pictures, and I honestly think the reason she said yes to him was probably more for me. Yeah. Because he showed me her pictures, and she was a beautiful woman. But, threesomes with some dude who lives at home with mommy just isn't.
Maybe their parents were going to come
Maybe
down.
he should have worn a Santa outfit.
Oh, my. Jeez. It was Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I have a Santa suit.
I'm not gonna be in his stocking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, that was a complete. Like he literally texted me so often, like honestly, I was so close to being like, hey, listen, I'm gonna figure out where you live, and I'm just gonna ship you a case of water to fix this.
A case of water.
He seemed very thirsty.
And some cream.
I think we're not done with this one yet, but we are at the 1 hour mark. So
how did that happen?
Because we have so much. I know, right?
That was a good hour.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll continue this on.
All right.
And then they'll just have to hear it next week.
I know, it's a deal.
So, yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, and hang on, because the second half is on its way.
Part 2.
For Kitty, for Rebel, for the Doc, for my lovely wife and producer Petey, I am the Madman. This is the PSNORKIS podcast. Thanks for listening, and tune in again real soon for the rest of this story, because we ain't done with this one. I'm telling you that right now.